Sup, my dudes? So we got some crazy drama stuff going on in the pro racing right now. This actually somewhat sort of started in this round right here, which was Detroit. And yeah, basically there's people that are actually hacking the game and they're getting speed hacks, float hacks, not crashing corner hacks, and they're running it in the pro racing. And you guys know about the key sharing thing that's been happening forever now, where people basically just ride for other people in pro races, and that's been a major issue with the game, and I feel like it's just getting worse and worse and worse. So listen to me right here, JLV, if you're watching this video, okay, those things should be absolutely zero tolerance, full-blown permanent ban, no questions asked. If you get caught actually hacking in a pro race, you should get perma-banned from this game, dude. I don't care what anybody says about anything. You should get banned in every possible way you could ever imagine. Same way with key sharing. I mean, I know that sounds kind of crazy, and a lot of you guys have key share, but I'm not fucking around. Like, dude, you got to understand, if you're capable of going to that level of cheating and doing that level of shady stuff in a pro racing game like this, you don't belong here, bro. Like, at all. You really don't. It's one thing if you go and hack, like, you know, some old school Call of Duty or something like that, but people put their whole lives into this game, into doing well in this game in the pro racing, and there's actually, you know, money, prizes on the line, and all these different things in the history books and all this stuff. And it just completely jacks every bit of that up whenever someone goes in there and hacks something, or someone goes in there and key shares and they actually aren't very good at the game at all, but they get somebody else that is good at the game and they just give them their information, give them their, you know, the key to the game and the ID and everything, and it looks like it's them in the pro racing. So they've been doing that shit for a long time, and I'm telling you, JLV and everybody that's in the higher powers of RF or whatever, that should be so far permabanned that there is literally never a chance that those people can come back. Never, ever. That is as bad as it gets. That is as bad as an offense as it can get. Because if you don't get caught, I mean, you can sit there and totally change the history of MX Simulator, or, you know what I mean? Like, it's not even you that's actually finishing that good, but it's making you look like you're way better than what you actually are. Or if you're hacking and floating over a 7, you know, a 5, 6, 7 jump rhythm, then it's making you look like you're way better than you actually are. And it's one of those things, if you're to the point where you actually get caught doing it, oh God, dude, like, that shit should be over from now on. Like, that you should never ever get another chance to come back, because if you even have that mindset of going that deep to cheat to that level on a game like this, there's no limit to what you'll do. There's no limit to how stupid you'll be. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm trying to get across to JLV. Like, dude, there should not be a second chance in that occasion. Now, if you ride backwards on the track in a pro race and run into somebody, or you just slam the leader as a lapper, that's one thing. You know what I mean? If you do something just absolutely crazy on the track in the race, that's one thing. But to go in there and actually cheat and put some sort of hack into the game, or go in there and key share, and it's not even you that's actually riding the bike and has your name and your UID in there, that's on a whole nother level, dude. That is on an absolute whole nother level. There should be no tolerance for that. There should be no second chances. That should be one time caught and done, dude. You're out of here forever. Peace. Period. Gone. You know, later, bro. Later, my dude. Like, you should be out of here. There should be no second chances. And I think there has sort of been a little bit of a second chance kind of thing to that. I really do think there has been. I'm not exactly sure the rules when it goes that extreme, like when people get caught key sharing and stuff like that. I don't know if it's one of those things you get, like, you know, basically suspended for an indefinite amount of time or whatever. It's like a not predetermined amount of time. But a lot of times it seems like a lot of people that have gotten caught key sharing, they get back in there a year or two later. Now with the whole hacking thing, that's That's insane, dude. I mean, that's just unreal. I cannot believe people would hack a game like MX Simulator, but people are that stupid. You know, they are. And I'm telling you, JLV, if they're that stupid to do that, if they're that stupid to go in there and put a, you know, basically a no-rec hack or a, you know, speed hack, you know, horsepower hack, literally what they was doing. Let me just show you what they were doing. Some of the gameplay I've seen from the amateur pro race. I guess it's technically not a pro, it's an amateur, but it's still RF, right? Kind of said that wrong there, my bad. RF amateur race, right? Basically what they were doing was jumping right to this right here, right? And then somehow they were jumping from this jump all the way over those jumps in front of me. I'm talking about not landing on any of this shit right here, landing like right here somewhere, which if you know the game and you know this track and you know MX Simulator, that's literally impossible to do that on any normal dyno in the game right now. Like, you cannot do it. You can't. So that was one of those occasions where it was obvious those dudes were hacking. Obvious. And those people that are going in there and doing that, and if they get caught doing that, JLV, you need to ban them on every single official server till the end of time, forever. They need to be banned from any form of EMF, RF, pro racing, forever. Like, literally put on a list, like, don't ever let this motherfucker back in. You know what I'm saying? That needs to be what happens with that, because that is such a, I mean, such a crazy, like, offense that someone does when they get to that point of doing that, that it's just like, oh my God, bro. And just letting some of you guys know that have done the whole key sharing thing, Rush Chapman, you know, you might have got away with it a bunch of times and you might have got some results and done this different stuff and all that. But I'll tell you one thing, even if you do get unbanned, your entire legacy is completely ruined on MX Simulator. Your name is totally ruined. Rush Chapman, I knew that shit would come back around to you one day, bro. I knew it would. Like, I knew the way your mind was back in the day. And it's crazy how karma works, bud. All those times you got in there with your little buddies, your little boyfriends, and try to mess with me on those servers and do all that stuff and try to block me on the online servers by being absolutely ridiculous lappers. All the times you did all that shit, it all comes back around, bro. Now here you are, you done your key sharing shit, now you're banned. But even if you get unbanned, what I'm trying to tell you, Rush Chat, is even if you get unbanned, your entire MX Simulator legacy and name is completely tainted, completely ruined. It doesn't mean anything anymore. All those finishes, all that hard work you put in, all that stuff you did, literally does not mean anything anymore, because now we know you're capable of key sharing. So anytime you get caught key sharing and we know you're capable of doing it, that completely, basically it discredits anything you've ever done in the game, any pro race you've ever done, any finish you've ever gotten, because we don't know what you've key shared on and what you haven't. But now you've proven to us that you're not afraid to go in there and risk key sharing in a pro race. So you're capable of doing anything. You're capable of hacking. Once your mind gets to that point to where you don't give a shit, to the point of you will, you know, ride for someone else or let somebody else ride for you, or you will go in there and actually hack the game in a pro race, you're liable to do anything. You know what I'm saying? So that's where it gets to. If you ever get caught key sharing, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. All your results don't mean shit anymore. They don't mean anything. You've literally just killed your entire career on MX Simulator by doing that. And some people are going to say, well, maybe he only key shared on that one race, or maybe you're missing the fucking point, dog. You're missing the point if you're thinking that way. It doesn't matter. If you ever do it, just one time, if you only key share one time, that is all it takes to completely, you know, disassemble every bit of everything you've ever done on MX Simulator and disregard and discredit every bit of it, because it doesn't mean anything anymore. Because we don't know what you've done at that point. You know, you have no respect anymore. See what I'm saying? You lost all that sort of like respect aspect of people, like, you know, thinking it's actually you racing. You've lost all credibility. You know what I'm saying? That's the way to say it, and that's how that goes. So I'm just letting some of you guys know, You don't want to do that, bro, on MX Simulator. I know you can kind of hop in there when you just start playing the game, and it can kind of seem like not that big of a deal to go in there and, oh, dude, I'm just going to do a little key sharing, not that big of a deal. I'll let this guy ride for me. I'll ride for this guy. But, dude, do it somewhere else. Do all the hacking and the cheating somewhere else. Like, do it somewhere where it doesn't matter as much. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it in a serious online... I mean, it'd literally be like if they were hacking some sort of Call of Duty esport in the arena where everyone's watching. Like, that's the level of what MX Simulator is. You know what I mean? It's one thing if you're hacking on Reflex on a random online race. That ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing if you're hacking on an old Call of Duty where no one gives two shits. That doesn't even matter. You know what I'm saying? But when you go in there and hack something that's actually like a full-blown pro racing event or whatever... something like that, I mean, dude, like, you need to be gone for life, bro. Never come back. JOV, I hope you take this shit to heart, dude. You need to ban those dudes in every way you can possibly ban them. Ban them on the forums, which I think Rush Chapman has already banned on the forums, because you guys know him. Oh, my God, dude. It was just so... I saw it back in the day. I knew something like this would happen. I knew something like this would happen with him. He was just so immature about everything. Just absolutely no... And I'm not saying you can't joke around, you can't meme, and you can't have a good time. I mean, I'm all about that kind of shit. But there's a point where motherfuckers literally never grow up. They never grow up, and they act 5 years younger than what they actually are. And it's like, dude, you gotta... At some point, something's gotta happen here. Either JOV's gotta learn, the people in RF's gotta learn... This kid they don't need to be in this shit, bro. And this is just like the final nail in the coffin from my perspective as far as Rush Chapman goes. He finally gets caught key sharing. Yo, this dude should be out for eternity. You guys need to redo your rules if you're allowing anybody that's ever key shared back into the pro racing or anybody that's ever hacked or done anything like that. Hell, I don't know what they're going to do about the hacking, because at that point, anything can happen. You could have somebody with a no-fall hack, and how are you really going to see? I mean, you could get away with that for so long without somebody seeing it. It's one thing to be stupid enough to put a hack in there to where you're jumping like an entire rhythm section in one jump, and it's fucking obvious that you're hacking. Like, you dumbasses. Like, good God, bro, could you be any more stupid? Like, those are the kind of hacks that are just obvious. Stuff like that. And then key sharing, then it be obvious that you're key sharing. Like, you got to be a fucking idiot to get caught doing it. And if you're that stupid to get caught doing it, holy hell. That's like 2 times you need to be out of here, dude. You're stupid enough to hack or key share, then you're even stupid to the point of getting caught doing it. Holy God. So that's what I'm trying to say. That's what's sketchy as hell about it, is it discredits the whole game, discredits the pro racing, makes everything seem super unprofessional when you got dudes over here just randomly hacking the game or dudes key sharing left and right. It's like, RF, JLV, we need to take a fucking stand here. It's about damn time this has became like a permanent ban, permanent. And I ain't talking about permanent like, oh, we're going to say it's permanent and then let you back in a year or two later. No. I'm talking about permanent, gone, never back again. You know what I mean? And if you get caught coming back with a different name and you get called out for it, fucking that shit should get completely banned too. Any way you want to try to come back into the game and you get caught doing it, you should be out, completely out. So, JLV, I don't know what the hell you're going to do about this, because, I mean, it's kind of starting to run a little rampant, I would say. But, we're just seeing the hacks that are actually seeable. Like, think about the hacks that just have a slight little bit of not make you actually pop off the bike or something, right? And that would just look like someone riding really well, or someone that had a really good, really gelling with their setup or whatever the hell, and you would just think in your mind, oh, that dude's just good at the game, right? Because he didn't fall down. He's just really good, or he got a lucky save or whatever. But if they're hacking in the background, it's like, holy shit. You just wouldn't know the difference, you know what I mean? And you could even use a power hack in the game, like a horsepower hack, and you could use that in a sense where you didn't make it obvious that you were hacking, but yet you're going lightning fast on the track. You know what I mean? You just do it like in the corners and the straightaways. You don't hit any retardedly big jump to where it's obvious that you're doing it, And then there you go, you can do it. You know, you see why these kind of people that actually get caught doing it should be gone forever? You see why? Because anybody that even gets in that mindset to even be capable of doing it should never be allowed back in, ever. Ever. It should be no tolerance. It should be not even close to allowing people to come back after doing that. I mean, I don't even see how it's even a debate or a thing. Like, that should just be, obvious, right? But I think just over years and years, certain things get very, you know, people kind of forget. People kind of, you know, something kind of happens to their memory and they don't remember really what people do, and they just kind of let them back in. And that's what happens with it. But it should, those are the two, if I could just think of the worst things you could do as far as like cheating or hacking or doing anything bad in MX Simulator Pro Racing, that is the worst. I mean, you can go on there and cuss in chat, fuck this, fuck that, whatever. You can go in there and shit on people. You can go in there and run the leader off, punt the leader to another planet in a corner on the last lap before he gets a win, and you're a lapper. You could go in there and, you know, ride sideways on the track and take people out, go in there and ride backwards, back up on the start straight. All of that kind of shit ain't got nothing on key sharing and actually hacking the game. It ain't even close. Those offenses ain't even in the same realm, dude. I mean, I think all that little stuff, that crazy, ridiculous stuff that you do on the track, yeah, certain stuff like that should be like, you know, suspend you for a week or suspend you for a couple weeks or whatever, maybe suspend you for a whole season at some point, but none of that kind of stuff should ever really get like a permanent ban, I don't feel like, unless you've just done it for 3 years straight or a year straight in every single race, and it's like really, really, you're being ridiculous with it, you know what I mean, then maybe. But when it comes to the key share and having people ride for you or riding for other people in pro racing, or actually hacking the game, putting in speed hacks, jump hacks, any kind of hack on the bike, right? Anything like that, where you're changing the actual way the game is meant to be played, that should be out of here, bro. Absolutely no tolerance, no questions asked. You don't even get a chance to try to defend yourself. Like, no, dude, no. JLV, I hope you take this video to heart. I hope some of you people in RF take this video to heart and realize how serious this actually is. You know, it's not something to just, you know, let's just brush off the shoulder. Like, no, dude. And you need to set an example so that people don't do this shit. You know what I mean? So that they know, like, whoa, if I get caught, like, this is it, dude. I can never play MX Simulator ever again. I'm telling you, it'll make shit become a lot more serious if that's the consequence, instead of, well, I may get, you know, banned for a year, but then I'll get to come back, right? Hell, that ain't even stopping people. You know what I mean? That ain't even really stopping people from doing it. So you got to be more hardcore on this type of shit. There is no lenience for this. Cheating it to this, at this level, I mean, that's ridiculous, dude. That's just, I don't even know any other way. You just don't belong in this kind of racing environment if you're capable of doing that to any extent. You don't belong at all, man. And like I said, with the whole key sharing thing, I mean, you could do that without getting caught so easy. But people are stupid enough to where they talk to everybody around them. You know, they talk to too many people around them, and then it gets out. It's like, you idiots. There's so many ways. I guess what I'm trying to get at is there's so many ways to do these hacks and key sharing stuff without getting caught. And then you're over here getting wins in RF main events and doing all this shit, and it ain't even you. You know, it ain't even you that's actually riding the bike, or you're hacking the game, and it, you know, it's not even your actual speed, and you're doing really well in these pro racing, and it's, you know, it's hurting everybody else that's trying to race and play the game legit. I would never. I don't even see how your mindset, how could you be this serious about a pro racing game that takes this long to get good at it and be in the pro racing and then just think, well, I'm going to hack it or I'm going to key share? How is that even possible? Like, I don't even see how that's even possible, because it's not like, that's the whole point of playing the game. That's why you play a really hard skill gap simulator, you know, something that takes you that long to get good at, because you've trained and you've played it for a long time. It's taken you a long time to get good at it, and getting that first win is like a legit, like, really good feeling. And it's like, hell yeah, but if you go in there and hack it or you're key sharing, that's not going to feel good. You've eliminated every bit of the point of even pro racing. Like, it doesn't even make any sense to me. I would never do that, because if I did win with a hack, or if I did win by key sharing, it wouldn't even mean anything. Like, there's not even any point to it. It's stupid. You're a little menace is what you are, and you need to be booted. You need to be out of this motherfucker. You need to be kicked out. I don't give a fuck. Like, if you're doing that shit, you don't belong. You do not belong here, dude. Get the fuck out. It pisses me off, because it's like, people like me and all these other dudes that are doing this shit legit, we're working hard. We're over here actually running laps on this shit every day, trying to grind it out, trying to get faster at the game, trying to be legit racing in the game. And then you got some fucking bozo over here that's not even that actual dude that's racing. Someone else is racing for him, and he's over there beating you in a pro race. Or, someone's hacking in a race, and you're having a race with these idiots. It's like, god damn, dude. That's why I'm saying no second chances. Ban these motherfuckers, because I've sat here and raced legit for multiple years ever since I've been playing this game. I've never even thought about doing a hack in this game. I've never even thought about key sharing in this game. You want to know why? Because it's a pro race game that takes you years to get good at, and I don't want to risk losing that. I don't want to risk tainting my legacy and, key sharing, and then people be like, oh, wow, Spitzer, you key shared. Once you key share, that's it. No one gives two fucks about how you do in a pro race after you've key shared. No one cares. You've literally discredited everything you've ever done in the game. So all that hard work you've put in, all that stuff you've done, it's for no point. It's for no reason after you key share. Literally, like no one cares anymore about how you finish in a race after you key share, after you hack. If you hack in one race and then say, oh, dudes, I'm done hacking, I'm never going to do it again. No one gives two fucks, dude. You've killed your name at that point. You've completely killed your name. You've killed your legacy. Like, anytime I hear Rush Chapman or any of those names on those dudes that hacked in the game, I'm going to be like, okay, I don't really give a fuck how you do in a race, because you're capable of hacking and key sharing. So who's to say you're not doing it right now? You see what I'm saying? So it's like it discredits everything you've ever done. Nothing you could ever do in the game ever again would ever mean anything anymore. So I'm just letting some of you guys know that are doing that. It's killing your legacy by doing that instantly. Like, absolutely killing your legacy, dude. So either way, that's my take on it, man. That's my opinion. Yeah, that's where I'm at on it. JLV, if there was ever a time to slam that fucking ban hammer down, it's now. For this kind of shit, because this is on a whole nother level. I mean, this is like up above and beyond times 1,000 on anything else you could ever do bad in the game. It's just completely on another level. So it's to the level where it's like, I seriously think if you get caught cheating or key sharing, that's one of those things you not only should be banned from pro racing from life, but you should be banned from the forums, banned from every form of playing the game that you could possibly be banned from. Like, banned from the damn random online servers, banned from every bit of that shit. And I wouldn't say that about most things that you do in the game, right? If you just do something crazy, like in the pro race, like you run into the leader as a lapper, or you go backwards on the track and run into somebody or whatever, I would look at that as like, yeah, you should probably be banned for a certain amount of time from the pro racing, but not banned from random online servers, or not banned from the forums just for doing that. But when it comes to key sharing and fucking hacking the game, yes, I do think you should be banned in every kind of way, every part of the game you could possibly be banned from for life for doing that. That's my opinion on it. So either way, dudes, appreciate you guys watching all the videos. Later.